Hello to all of my virgins and simps. Welcome for a review ng Worlds 2022. I should have been doing this along with Crown Jewel pero di ko pa napapanood Crown Jewel, so I apologize for the lack of the Crown Jewel content. It's been a busy Sunday at ako'y na-LBM. So yeah, I will talk about the I will talk about Crown Jewel eventually. Pero ngayon, pag-usapan natin ang Worlds 2022 where the team DRX upsets the heavily favored T1 to win the 2022 League of Legends Championship. So, before anything else, dating gawi, pause natin yung video. And then please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon for more of your content dito sa ating channel. We do reviews for every special event on the Monday after that. Well, Crown Jewel will be exempted. Ayun. So we're going to review Worlds. Okay, tapos na. I think it's time for us to talk about Worlds 2022. So, with that in mind, Worlds is very production heavy. Compared dun sa TI, mas maganda production ng Worlds. There are a lot of complaints sa the International 11 where the players can hear yung mga shoutcasters na yung mga yung plays nila naririnig ng mga yung mga sinasabi ng shoutcaster naririnig ng mga player, that's kind of a production issue. Dito sa Worlds, I think there's no complaint about that. It's heavily well produced. They have a concert for its opening, very much a grandiose, if you say, for a world championship scene. And when we talk about the topics, let's go with game 1. Game 1, T1 wins. So, T1 dominated the game with Faker leading the way using what could have been one of the most impactful champions in this series, Azir. So, Zeus, I don't know why the commentators call him Zeus. Zeus also having a good time with Yone. And also there are the best bot lane in the history of League, having fun with Varus. Yun yung yeah, that's what T1 had. And then I think for the side of DRX, they had the Donger, Heimer Donger, and the mid laner Zeka, who in his respect held his own against Faker, and he kept picking Silas until game 5, I think. Yeah. So T1, it was a T1 dominated game 1. Then at game 2, DRX adjusted. This was also a pick differential that I think DRX managed to grab Varus on their side, prompting T1 to go for Lux and Ashe at the bot. Also, and I think game 2 was like 47 minutes long. They kept it competitive. Even T1 secured an Ocean Dragon Soul. But at the 45-minute mark, they started Baron, but DRX were so good on how they approach 4v4. Depth's Varus positioned himself in the jungle across the river, completely untouched. I'm just reading the recap here. And this is how they took down the Baron. And the game. Taking down 4, they ran straight down mid to even out the series. Ayun. T1's game 3 is going to be in the history books. T1 actually struggled in game 3. No one talks about that. The thing is, the key factor here is who will secure their objectives. That's like the key play of the game. that's the key play of the series, securing objectives. And that's like, yun yung paano gumagalaw yung League of Legends. It's not unlike Dota na, yeah, you can go Roshan or not. Kasi yun naman yung objective dun other than securing towers. In League, you have tower plating, you have Dragon, you have the Rip Herald, you have the Baron. So, ayun. And I think Game 3 will be remembered that it is where Owner strolled into the pit and managed to steal a Baron. So at the 24-minute mark of the game, Owner, the jungler of T1, stole the Baron, and this momentum shift led T1 the game, the victory. Gave T1 the game. It's a swing of favor. It's a heavily swung on tempo for T1. Game 4, it looks like T1 has this on the grasp on game 4. Pero ang nangyari dito is they got a little bit greedy. So they were too aggressive early game. Ang nangyari kasi DRX played cool, calm, and collective in Game 4. They were not tilted by the fact that they got Baron stolen from them in the last game because passes pass naman eh. T1 had a Soraka support which was a strong pick in the laning phase. And despite shutting down DRX, yung jungler nila si Maokai, and of course, the MVP's choice, which is like the hero, the champion of all 5 games, Aatrox. Was it, ginamit ba si Aatrox last game? Ay, nung game 1. I think it was Yone. Yeah, probably not. And yeah. Yung nangyari kasi, parang naging aggressive masyado T1. Like, decided to end early. Faker pick Akali. Top lane was Fiora. And I think yung ano dito is Akali dash, Fiora can also dash. And those two also can snowball. Yeah, it seems that they were only prepping to blitz it out early. And that kind of backfired. They become too aggressive early. Akali and Fiora are two squishy champions. You got Maokai tanking for them. Pretty much, that's what kind of swung in to the favor of Death and DRX. Last game, DRX actually won the draft for me in the last game, Game 5. T1 allowed DRX to get Caitlyn. T1 allowed DRX to get Aatrox. T1 allowed DRX to get who else? Azir. And that's where they got like the CC advantage. But however, this match had 2 Baron steals, I think. One from Varus, Gomayusi, and then another Baron steal at the end. They could not get a Baron up. They could, and what swung the favor in the DRX favor is the Elder Dragon's spawn at the 40th minute mark because they got the Mountain Dragon Soul. Mountain Dragon Soul, I think it provides map vision. I forgot. Nakalimutan ko na anong ginagawa nun. So, yan. The last desperate attempt here is that Faker and I forgot who was Faker with tried to backdoor while they were doing the Elder Dragon Soul. Faker and some other and his comrade TP'd and went towards backdooring the enemy base. Because remember, they've stolen Baron like twice and DRX is heavily pushed. Yeah, I think, DRX is heavily pushed. They actually have the tower advantage. T1 actually had the tower advantage in the game. So, when people quickly call on, managed to fend off Faker in their last desperate attempt. Kill them up, and easy win. The thing is here, I was rooting for T1 and then there's a strange I've said the three champions that T1 didn't bother to have, but there are some obscure picks. One is Hecarim, and two is like one of my favorite champions, Bard. Was like whose gimmick is like map control, and he can travel very. He has nice spacing, Bard has spacing because he can travel seamlessly towards the rift. Yeah, and I simp for Bard. Okay, so when I said, "Oh shit," he picked Bard. Okay, I'm gonna go for for DRX. I like Bard. Yeah. What I can say is this is a well deserved. One of the best. I think this is the best worlds of all time. To be honest, Riot really wrote the narrative of DRX and T1. It's either the unkillable Demon King getting to the top again, or there's an underdog storyline. So everyone else is happy except for Keria who cried. But yeah, congratulations DRX for winning Worlds 2022, and that is my review and recap of Worlds 2022. Let me know in the comments. Ayun. This is a goodbye and good night, simps. Bye bye.